Everybody, Coach Mike here with another guided programming question. This one says, most of what I know about powerlifting comes from your forum, the RTS book, the internet, a few Barnes and Noble caliber books. Are there any good books that you would recommend, which is in depth, that lays out a good knowledge foundation about strength training, physiology, methods, programming, nutrition? Plan on learning more, and I'm assuming the NSCA textbook would be the best place to start, but maybe you have some better recommendations. In terms of books, I'm not really sure. I've stopped reading a lot of the more foundational, like strength training books, but I've been doing this for a long time, so that kind of makes sense. To that end, I can tell you that Squat Every Day by Matt Perryman was a really cool book because of the way it's written and the way that he combines the physiology stuff with the psychology stuff. And it's well worth your read, even if you're not considering going to train the movement every day sort of system. I don't necessarily do that approach or even advocate that approach, but the book is well worth the read. And I'm sure that there's some others out there too, but I think learning about things that you are intentionally curious about. So I'm not sure that I would spend much time learning about like just general physiology. But like if you're curious about how the nervous system works, then I would seek out books about the nervous system and stuff like that. And I don't know of any books that are good on all those different levels that you mentioned. You're going to need to seek out a bunch of different books to cover all those different things. Now, I will say this, and I don't mean to use this as a plug for what I'm doing, and actually it's not because you can't sign up for it right now, but RTS Classroom is a good outlet for this type of information. Currently, we're in the middle of a class called Microcycles, which is focused on foundational level stuff all the way through developing a microcycle of training. So for all intents and purposes, a training week. So we do a lot of methods. We talk about foundational principles. We don't talk about physiology a lot, but it's kind of in the background. Now, the downside is that microcycles started in January, and so we're currently in the middle of the class, so you can't really sign up for it now. At the end of March, we'll be starting a class called macrocycles, and as you guessed it, that's going to be the next level up, and we're going to get into a lot more periodization style stuff in that class. And then when that class is over, so probably around the June timeframe, we're going to run microcycles again. So just to kind of give you an idea of the rhythm that RTS Classroom is in. I think those, to my knowledge, those are, designed to be what you're looking for. Even so, there's still going to be gaps. We don't cover nutrition in those classes currently. Maybe we will in the future, but for now, we don't. And like I said, physiology tends to play more in the background. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had some more clear recommendations to give to you, but so many of the strength training related books that I've read have been disappointing. I'm just not sure of what's out there that really gets at the crux of what you're asking about. I think kind of continuing along the same lines that you have, pick up as much practical knowledge as you can, and find out the answers to specific gaps in your knowledge to the maximum extent that you can. I think that's a good approach. It's a solid way to go.